Good afternoon. I'm professional sports handicapper Ross Benjamin. It's Friday, February 14th, time for another edition of my college basketball free pick segment. Recapping yesterday, I gave you three college basketball totals on this video on this channel, I should say, and we went 2-1, two very easy winners on the Tennessee State Belmont game under 151 and a half. That game had a combined 125 points scored, while Utah and Oregon State easily went under the total of 135 with 121 points scored in that game. Our only loser, Colorado, Oregon, over 133. That game ended up 68-60, but we'll take 2-1 every day, any day, and we're now a modest 10-7-1 over our last six free pick videos on this channel. Now let's get right to the three games I'm going to use for tonight. Let's start with the Buffalo at Toledo game. Make note of the fact it's an early start, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to hone in on the total on this contest, which is 154 and a half at the time of this video. Buffalo 5-0 under the total in their last five games. Those five contests had an average total of 156 and a half, and just 148 points were scored per game. Toledo, on the other hand, has gone under the total in each of their last three at home, and those games average just a combined paltry 125.7 points per game. Toledo, a little bit of a change of philosophy, I should say a lot of bit of a change philosophy over their last five games. Now, this is a Toledo team that's averaged 58 field goal attempts per game this season. However, over their last five games, been a huge change in philosophy here, as they've only averaged 49.8 field goal attempts per game over their last five outings. And I think that's going to come into play tonight, especially when you're playing against a Buffalo team who has historically, in the last decade, liked to play at a very fast pace, and that's certainly the case this season as well. And the Bulls sometimes can get very frustrated when playing against teams that slow the pace of a game down. I think that's what Toledo's strategy will be tonight. It's not in their best interest to get in a racehorse type of game with the Bulls. I like this game to go under the total of 154 and a half. Yale at Princeton, big Ivy League matchup, 7 p.m. Eastern Time start. Yale is a 4-point road favorite in this game. Yale, very good team, folks. I mean, they won at Clemson this year. A very good Ivy League team, I should say. They won at Clemson this year. They also lost to at North Carolina by just a 3-point margin. But you know what? They're going to be in tough against Princeton on the road. I think when push comes to shove at the end of the season, Yale is going to be the Ivy League champion, and they certainly will be a dangerous opponent for any major conference team in the first round. However, this is a Princeton team that's gone 4-0 straight up in ATS in their last four games at home, winning by an average of 9.3 points per contest. Princeton has also gone 4-0 against the spread in their last four as an underdog, while winning three of those four games straight up. And there's a lot of home underdog value to be had here on the Princeton Tigers, in my professional opinion. I'm going to take Princeton here plus the 4 as a home underdog against Yale. Finally, Illinois Chicago at Wright State, 9 p.m. Eastern Time start. Wright State is an 11-point favorite at the time of this recording. Wright State 6-2 straight up in their last eight games, but they've only covered two of those eight contests. Wright State also 1-3-2 against the spread as a double-digit favorite against conference opponents this year. They won all six of those games straight up, but strangely enough, all six of those victories came by 12 points or fewer. This is an Illinois Chicago team that's played very well of late. They've also gone 6-2 over their last eight games, and they covered six of those eight contests. Illinois Chicago also 4-1 straight up in their last five conference away games, and 4-0 against the spread, and 3-1 straight up in their last four as an underdog. They also one of those three straight up wins as an underdog came against this very same Wright State team at home when they won that game 76-72 as a 6.5 point underdog. I just think too many points to be given here in this situation. I'll take Illinois Chicago plus the 11 to get inside the number at Wright State. Repeating again, Buffalo and Toledo under the total of 154 and a half. Princeton as a 4 point home underdog over Yale, and Illinois Chicago as an 11 point road underdog against Wright State. Be sure to visit my website, rbwins.com. You'll find the best of what I have to offer on a daily basis there. You can obtain daily packages if you like to just dabble in once in a while, or some nice cut right, I should say, cut cost discounted packages, 7 day subscription and 30-day subscriptions, and also annual subscriptions as well. That's rbwins.com, where you pay a little to make a lot. Until the next time, good luck with all your picks.